Hi guys, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for Monday the 6th of September, going through until Sunday the 12th of September 2021. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. As always, I'm going to give you a rundown of what the planets are doing this week and what energy that brings up for you and how you can use that energy to your advantage. Now, this looks like a really positive week. There's loads of harmony. There's empathy for yourself and other people. So if you've had difficulties kind of accepting certain aspects of yourself, or you want to form wonderful new relationships, this is the week to do it. It's really positive. There's compassion, there's love, there's creativity. So all of the beautiful things in life. Starting with Monday, the 6th of September, we have the moon in Virgo. The moon is what comes naturally and easily. So with it being in Virgo, you're going to feel grounded, practical, and really able to make sense of things. It trines Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is the planet of the miraculous and the unexpected and the chaotic. And that's also in an earth sign, Taurus. So if you look at things which don't make sense in your life or things that seem outside of your control, by assessing those things on Monday, you'll really get a lot of answers to problems that have been unresolved because you're super analytical, you're practical about it, so you don't get stuck in analysis mode. You find the meaning in things and you're able to take action based on that information. The Virgo moon also quincunxes Chiron in Aries and Saturn in Aquarius. So it's going to feel like assessing info and creating your own meaning is something that is empowering, it's healing, and it gives you a sense of really having the bigger picture in place and being able to act on good, reliable information. So you feel very confident and grounded. Mars is in Virgo and it trines Pluto in Capricorn and quincunxes Jupiter in Aquarius. So Mars is a personal planet. It's the planet of masculinity and drive. And with it being in Virgo, again, it's got both feet firmly planted on the ground. And the desire is for understanding. It's to make sense of things and to create your own meaning. And with Pluto in Capricorn, particularly the big things in life, things that seem life-changing and that can really alter the course of your destiny. And again, things that you haven't been able to get on top of in the past, you'll be able to look at those things on Monday and really get a quick sense of understanding. And part of that is because Jupiter in Aquarius opens up your perspective and it really allows you to look at everything. So you're the ultimate researcher on Monday the 6th. The Sun in Virgo trines Uranus in Taurus. So there's a real affinity for uncertainty. You're not sitting there saying, okay, I need to have everything guaranteed and in writing. You're very comfortable with things that are, things that could go either way, things that are yet to be determined. And rather than feel anxiety about those things, you're going to look at them, see what options work best for you, and that will give you a great sense of excitement because you are so grounded. It gives you this feeling that you're in control and that you can decide which direction you're going in and what you're going to do about your circumstances. Venus in Libra trines Jupiter in Aquarius. Now that is one of the most positive placements ever because Venus is the planet of love, beauty, creativity. It's in the sign that it rules, Libra. So it's all about connecting in a positive way. And Jupiter is the lucky planet, the biggest planet in our solar system. And that's in another air sign. Libra is an air sign, so is Aquarius. So there's a great opening in terms of your perspective and allowing good things to come in and having a sense that good things will happen. Life is good. I can expect to have a good time. So that's really positive. So altogether on Monday, you're able to see beyond the chaos and the things that are outside of your control, and you can create order very easily. There's a great sense of ease and self-reliance when working through challenges, so make sure that you address some of your issues or problems. You're not afraid of change, and instead you're likely to embrace it and to be energized by it. So that's amazing. Your presence of mind allows you to see the silver lining in any situation. So it's this amazing optimism, which is super solid on Monday. So nothing is really going to destroy your mood or derail you on the day. And because of that, because you're so certain and grounded and steadfast, it really offers an opportunity to look at the most difficult things in your life. You have great compassion for yourself. So even if you can't resolve something completely, at least you're on your own side and you're on your own team. And with that kind of positive approach, it becomes much more likely that you can work through most issues effectively. So it's a really positive kind of can-do day on Monday, and it gives you a great sense of I am in charge of my life here, and life is good. Tuesday, the 7th of September, we've got a new moon in Virgo at 1:51 in the morning. I'm going to make a separate video on that, so have a look if you're interested. A new moon is a great time to kind of start fresh and to look to the future. The Virgo moon therefore conjuncts the sun in Virgo. They sit together. The Virgo moon also conjuncts Mars in Virgo, so Virgo, 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 and it opposes Neptune in Pisces. So it's all about making sense of things, getting on with life, and not being overly distracted by things that seem nebulous or overly abstract and complicated. The Virgo moon also trines Pluto in Capricorn. So there's an affinity for change and saying, I don't need to like the Four of Pentacles, it's what's coming to mind. A miser kind of protecting his wealth. I don't need to secure everything in life. I don't need to maintain what I've got. I'm able to grow and change. So you're letting go and you're open to new things. And it also quincunxes Jupiter in Aquarius. So the Jupiter in Aquarius energy is really strong here on Monday and Tuesday. And it encourages you to look at what hasn't been done yet and what you could make sense of. So it focuses you on the future rather than the past. Mercury is in Libra, so Mercury is the communication planet, and in Libra it likes beautiful things, it likes connection, it likes other people, it's charming, it's warm, and it opposes Chiron in Aries. Oh, so that's interesting. So you may feel that your relationships are at times more important than what you feel yourself. So make sure you don't dismiss your own desires and needs for the sake of someone else. Okay, so altogether, same as Monday, you feel super grounded and super practical, and it's a good time to plan ahead or to start new ventures, start new businesses, a new enterprise. You feel capable, like you can rely on yourself. And positive self-talk is something that comes very easily and naturally. So again, you are your own best friend, and you find it very simple to kind of overcome things which at other times may throw you or may kind of be beyond your control. So you're very enterprising, you're very optimistic. Information of all sorts, data and real life experiences will be super important to you. Anything overly abstract with that Neptune influence may be dismissed as too complicated. So be decisive in structuring your day and say, I want to focus on practical things that I can actually work with. I don't want to bother with all this abstract nonsense, because that's going to get on your nerves a little bit on Tuesday. So if someone's kind of waffling on and going round and round and round in circles, make sure you are decisive about that and say, okay. Wednesday, the 8th of September, we've got the moon going into Libra at 5:20 in the morning. So with the moon now in Libra, comes out of an earth sign and into an air sign. So there's more focus on your relationships, and that shift kind of happened on Tuesday already, where you're getting away from the self for the sake of other people. So just make sure that you have balance there, especially if you're someone who's kind of prone to codependency or someone who does deny and repress themselves for the sake of the group or for other people. That kind of becomes more likely, and you're susceptible to that kind of behavior. The Libra moon conjuncts Mercury in Libra. So that's really nice, because the Libra moon naturally connects you to beautiful things and relationships, and the communication planet is also in Libra. So things come through very clearly. If you have a conversation with someone, it's likely that you will be on the same page and that there aren't huge misunderstandings. So that makes it really possible to get on the same page as someone else, because communication is really supported, and you're likely to see the best in other people, and others will see the best in you. It opposes Chiron in Aries, so again, there's still that potential for self-denial. It trines Saturn in Aquarius and quincunxes Uranus in Taurus. So you're still able to deal with things that are chaotic and outside of your control. And on Wednesday, you're also able to use the wisdom of other people as a resource to help you overcome issues and obstacles. Mercury in Libra opposes Chiron in Aries again, same as Tuesday. So make sure that you fight your own corner a little bit and that you don't just say, okay, my needs don't matter, everyone else matters. So the main amazing thing about Wednesday is that it's a very creative time for artists. So anyone who has some sort of creative way of expressing themselves, if you're a writer or a composer or an artist, you'll receive new downloads and you'll feel super, super practical at expressing that information. So if you are a creative type, make sure you do some work on Wednesday. It's going to go really, really well. You're your own best friend on this day, and as a result, you make a fabulous impression when meeting new people or presenting yourself or your work, what you've been working on, to new employers or colleagues or institutions you want to get into. So it's a fabulous time to present yourself and to put your best foot forward. You're going to come across really, really well. Self-expression is very important today, so don't be surprised if you become frustrated if someone else tries to shut you down, or if you feel a block in terms of expressing yourself. So if you don't give yourself permission to express what you're really thinking, that's going to really grate. And the point of that discomfort is to actually push through it and to express yourself. So if you do find that you can't articulate what you're feeling or thinking, find some sort of a format. So if other people are shutting you down and they don't want to hear it, then draw or write. If you feel like you have major writer's block, then speak to someone who you can easily speak to, and someone who doesn't shut you down, and someone who listens. It's important to get your point across and to enter this flow of information coming out. On Thursday, the 9th of September, the Libra moon conjuncts Venus in Libra. Love. Venus is the planet of love and the best things in life in the sign that it rules. It's very comfortable and empowered. And the moon in Libra really understands that. So you're going to feel comfortable focusing on the best things in life. And if you're someone who's kind of shut down, like let's say 5 years ago, one of your romantic relationships went very badly, and you've kind of put up a wall so that you don't get hurt again. And you feel like, I do want to open myself up and take a risk, but I'm afraid. I don't want to self-destruct. Then Thursday, the 9th of September, with the moon in Libra and Venus, it really gives you the confidence and the ability to push through that kind of self-imposed block that you've put in place. The Libra moon also trines Jupiter in Aquarius, squares Pluto in Capricorn, and quincunxes Uranus in Taurus and Neptune in Pisces. Okay, so all the personal planets are being involved here, not the personal planets, all the outer planets are being involved here. Jupiter, Pluto, Uranus, Neptune. The only thing missing is Saturn. And that's quite a good thing, because Saturn would restrict the energy, whereas these planets open everything up. So you're willing to work with change. Actually, you're quite interested in change, and you look at your circumstances not as truths that are set in stone, but you can look at things and use your imagination and say, how can I work through this? How can I make it work in my favor? And it really allows you to get creative, not just creative and loving and beautiful, not just with other people, but in terms of making your circumstances more beautiful for yourself. Because you work through them and you can adapt them and change them to suit your own needs. So on Thursday, you fall in love with the creative and the beautiful aspects of life. If you have the luxury of taking some time out for yourself, it's the ideal day for self-care and to treat yourself to something that you like and enjoy. You're able to see beyond circumstances which at other times seem really solid, and can not only visualize your future, but you can lay down a real roadmap for future plans and endeavors. So do start planning. It's going to really go well. And you'll have the kind of mindset that says, okay, step one is filling in the form. Step 2 is making travel plans. Step 3, it's really, really grounded and practical. On Friday, the 10th of September, we've got the moon going into Scorpio at 5 minutes past 8 in the morning. So the moon kind of takes a dive from this air sign and it goes into Scorpio, looking at the root causes of what's going on. It really heightens your intuition. You become very psychic and sensitive to things that are unspoken and that may seem abstract in nature. The Scorpio moon also squares Saturn in Aquarius. So you may have the tendency to read between the lines here on Friday and to become somewhat suspicious. And if someone's telling you something, you'll be like, what's the actual agenda here? What's really being said? It opposes Uranus in Taurus. So you're less interested in managing chaos and you're more interested in feeling inner harmony and positivity. And it quincunxes Chiron in Aries. So now the tendency earlier in the week to put other people before yourself, that's gone out the window. You're important, your feelings, your needs, they really, really matter to you. So if you do have codependency issues, they'll be less likely to influence you on Friday, the 10th of September. And you're less likely to be triggered into that kind of behavior. Mercury in Libra, so still the creative ability is there amazingly. It quincunxes Uranus in Taurus. So that's fab because that gives you a real scope to have original ideas and to download more original content that you've never thought of before. So new insights, eureka moments, epiphanies. And Venus goes into Scorpio. So the planet of love and beauty becomes super, super magnetic and very, very intense. And you may develop feelings which feel huge. So if you're going on a date and within 5 minutes you've fallen in love, then just be a little bit careful with that. It may be too much of a good thing. And your feelings may be a little bit excessive and extreme and over the top. So try and manage that. So it's a focus on yourself, but because you're overly, like it's every little feeling is magnified to the power of 5. So just kind of navigate that as best you can. The good thing is that your positive feelings also expand and grow, and your appreciation for love and beauty and anything positive increases. So you may take this a step too far, like I mentioned a moment ago with the date, and especially when it comes to new partners or things that you love to do, you may become excessive in how much you love this. You may become fascinated. You know, so if it's your first time at the gym, you may think, oh, this is amazing, and you may go back twice in the same day. I mean, unlikely, but anything that you enjoy, you may have the tendency to become obsessive. So actually, if you have addiction issues, or self-control issues, watch out for that on Friday because everything is so big. Listen to your intuition as a way to navigate through this and take anything that serves as a warning seriously. Don't ignore the red flags. Honor those, especially when they come from within here rather than via other people. Saturday, the 11th of September, we've got the Scorpio moon forming a trine with Neptune in Pisces. So both the moon and Neptune are in water signs, so your imagination and your feelings get even bigger. It squares Jupiter in Aquarius, opposes Uranus in Taurus, and sextiles the Sun in Virgo, Pluto in Capricorn, and Mars in Virgo. So we've got a lot of earth, we've got a lot of water, and a little bit of air. So it's feelings, practicality, and being able to turn your feelings into practical action. So again, both feet firmly planted on the ground. But before you take action on Saturday, I really think it's important to pay attention to any dreams that you had the night before. So the night from Friday to Saturday, if you have really vivid dreams, pay close attention to those as they can reveal an important part of your subconscious thinking that you weren't aware of. So faulty beliefs or things that influence you negatively, you'll be able to see those for the first time. They're kind of revealed to you. And by knowledge is power in that case. By understanding your subconscious mind, you can say, is this still applicable? Or was that something that made sense a 10. You know, like if you're, what's the example? This isn't my example. I heard someone else say this. If you're a child, right? Not talking to strangers makes sense. But when you're 30 or 40 years old, not talking to strangers is going to keep you very isolated. So just look at what is coming up for you during that time, and just like Byron Katie would say, ask, is this true? Is this still right for me at this point in my life? If you have premonitions, or if you are intuitive or psychic, you may get a clear message about something that's yet to come, giving you a very clear heads up. So please don't dismiss that as your imagination or wishful thinking. It's something that can really serve you. And the whole point of Saturday here via the planets is that the fog clears. And something which was really hard or difficult to make sense of suddenly is like, ding, eureka, I get it. You also have a knack for problem solving on Saturday. So try not to procrastinate on things that cause you anxiety. Face them and deal with them in the moment. Sunday, the 12th of September, we've got the Scorpio moon forming a sextile with Mars in Virgo. So very kind of, Scorpio is a water sign. Water is a feminine element, but the Scorpio moon forming a sextile with Mars in Virgo, Virgo being Earth, also feminine, it seems kind of intense, and there's a huge focus on the physical and magnetism and chemistry and attraction. That's going to become very important on Sunday. The moon goes into Sagittarius at 10:34 in the morning. So with the moon going into Sag, a lot more fire enters the chart now for the first time this week, really. And it gives you a sense of, let's get things moving, let's pick up the pace, let's have fun, let's go on adventures. The Sagittarius moon then sextiles Saturn in Aquarius, and it trines Chiron in Aries. So you may feel a little bit, someone's trying to ruin my fun. I want to be free. I want to be able to do as I please. I'm not interested in your rules and your restrictions right now. Thank you very much. So on Sunday, your psychic abilities are heightened, so listen to your own guidance rather than listening to rules and instructions. And you'll find that you can read other people very easily. Now, it's interesting because the other day when you were a little bit suspicious and reading between the lines, on Sunday, it comes across crystal clear. So if someone's talking to you and while they're talking, you get another message, you can really honor that. It's very likely to be accurate. You may want to communicate these insights, but might give offense to the other person. You know, so if you're getting a message from someone, like they're talking about their relationship, okay, but they're completely unaware of the fact that the things they're saying qualify that relationship as an abusive relationship, and to you it's crystal clear, and then you say, well, when are you going to get out of this abusive relationship? And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm not in an abusive relationship. Then you can give offense because you're being very direct about something that is very clear and obvious to you, but the other person may be in denial, or they may not be ready to hear that. So gauge your audience before you speak your truth. It's not going to go down. It might go down like a lead balloon in certain situations. So just be diplomatic and sensitive about that. Rather than deal with things easily and effectively the way you have been all week, you may want to deny unpleasant truths. So you see you yourself are not that willing to hear truths from other people. So vice versa, other people aren't going to be super open to unsolicited advice and your opinions. So rather than face reality, you may have a desire to escape and not to face anything and to turn your back on them, to bury your head in the sand. So Sunday is a little bit more challenging. And rather than deliver messages to other people, continue to look at yourself and your own kind of belief system and what you think about yourself, and try and allow yourself to face truths about yourself. I think that's the most effective way to work with this. And also it means that you're not going to create problems in your relationships. So that's what I get for you this week. I hope you have a wonderful time. If you would like a personal reading with me, then please visit my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, when you're there, just scroll down a little bit and you'll get to a button that says book your reading. Click on the button to order a reading with me. In my personal readings, I use astrology, tarot, numerology, and my intuition. And I combine all of those to look at your chart and to look at specific things that you may not have total clarity on. It's the birth chart, the natal chart, is a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born, and it really offers up a lot of information. So the self, personality, finance, communication, family, love, career, colleagues, institutions, travel. So really it offers a huge amount of information. And if you have questions about your life purpose, what you're supposed to be doing for work, or how you can create a secure income for yourself, or what's destined for you in love and romance, if you're thinking about moving and when the best time would be, or any other questions really, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have a fabulous week, and I'll speak to you for the daily tarot readings and the special videos that I do on the new moon and full moons and eclipses and these weekly horoscopes. So have a great time, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.